Are you always coming up with ideas? Do you marvel at successful business owners? Do you hate being told what to do? Ever take things apart just to see how they work? Are you a dreamer? If you've answered yes to any of these questions, this podcast is for you. Welcome to the Entrepreneurial Enclave with Kevin Wortham, the podcast that focuses on building, maintaining, pivoting, planning, and investing in you, the entrepreneur. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Pro Tapes and Specialties is the world leader in tape manufacturing and specialty conversion with over 40 years of experience. In addition to our pro brand of high-quality specialty adhesive tapes, we provide contract converting services that help improve your profitability, streamline your supply chain, and reduce inventory cost. We offer the most complete range of converting capabilities in the industry, such as cloth tape, double-coated tape, specialty tape, paper tape, masking tape, vinyl tape,
carton sealing tape, adhesive transfer tape, duct tape, foam tape, electrical tape, filament tape, foil tape, reflective tape.
And the tape just keeps on rolling. Visit us online today at www.protapes.com or call us at 800-345-0234. Pro Tapes, it's just how we roll.
Welcome to another fantastic episode of the Entrepreneurial Enclave, Life's Coming Attraction. I am your host, Kevin Wortham, and today we're going to talk about what it takes to make money while you're enjoying the pleasures and the fruits of your labor smoking cigars. Welcome to the podcast, Audrey and Brother Lance. What's going on? How we doing today?
What's good, man? How you feeling?
Now,
I just want to start off by saying thank you for your gracious invitation, man. I appreciate it, and I love you to death. And thanks for being my big brother.
Listen, man, my pleasure. But the real joke is, it took me so long to get you guys because you were just making so much money. You didn't have time for the little people. And Lance, don't say you the little people.
I'm the little
Please, thank you so much, Kevin, for having us on.
Listen,
thank you.
You know, we've got to support one another. And this is the type of platform where we want to talk about and support and celebrate the entrepreneurial spirit. Thus, the Entrepreneurial Enclave. So we're going to jump right into this. What was the impetus behind the Leaf Mobile? What was that? How did that come about?
Well, somebody told me a long time, never blow your own horn. So I'm gonna let Audrey start.
This is the platform, Lance and Audrey,
yes,
where you can blow your own horn. It's all right.
Please blow your horn.
Absolutely,
yes.
Because this is informational purposes only. Because
exactly.
we want to encourage other folks to think about entrepreneurship as a viable career option.
Mm-hmm. And it's a great story. So please tell it.
Come on, Lance. Let's hear the story.
So, for several years, I've been into the cigar and the brothers and sisters of the Leaf.
Yes.
Connecting people. Started off the Cigar Sunday events at the hotel.
Yes.
And when that started, we obviously wanted a cigar lounge.
Yes.
And then with the laws for cigar lounges in Jersey, they just made it really difficult for individuals to get a cigar lounge in New Jersey. So once COVID hit, it was a couple years before that.
Okay.
I just had this brain thought of, well, there's people that want to go to the cigar lounge, and there's people that want to have parties and bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, and Super Bowl parties at their own homes. And most people don't smoke in their house. So What if we bring the cigar lounge experience to them?
Awesome.
So the ideal was a thought for a couple of years until I went down to Atlanta and met my good friend Christine.
Yes, Christine, I know her. Yes.
And when I met her, she had a mobile cigar lounge down there herself. And I came back and I talked to Audrey about it, and Audrey was like, "Look, let's pull the trigger."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, I think we should get some investors and go from there. And she was like, no, we don't need no investors. Just look, I'm an investor. Let's do this. No holds bar. Let's make it work.
Okay.
So
hold the page there. So Audrey, how did you become the investor? How did you become interested in wanting to partner with Lance? I mean, Lance is a good dude now, but what?
Yes, he is a good dude, and I was actually his executive assistant for a few years for PBA 105.
Got you.
Right, and so I knew the type of work ethics he had, and I knew that anything he touched, would be a gold mine. Anything his name was attached to it. So I was all in 150%.
Now, were you smoking prior to, or you got into smoking as a result of becoming his partner?
Well, I haven't smoked a cigar yet.
What? Oh no!
Yes.
Hey Lance, we got to change that, right, brother?
We got to listen. I told her when she's ready, then we'll start the lesson. Start off small,
absolutely,
mild, and we'll go from there.
Absolutely.
But
yes,
because people are going to ask. I mean, there's and I say people, and some people say, well, what you mean, people? Guys always smoke cigars. I said, no, I'm going to tell you something. You got more women that know more about cigars than guys that know about it.
Nowadays,
so I have more guys, if we're having a roundtable discussion or sitting out smoking cigars and guys ask questions, especially new brothers of the Leaf, start asking questions about cigars. Females are answering the question before I even get anything out of my mouth. So they know so much about the Leaf and the tobacco, and it amazed me of the knowledge that they have, and I'm not surprised because that's what they do, right?
Yeah.
We act on instinct, and they educate themselves first, and then they pursue. So,
but the other thing too, Lance, I'm noticing that as a result of the pandemic or prior to the pandemic, a lot more women are choosing to imbibe in all those things that their husbands, boyfriends, uncles and cousins used to do. And so now women are also having more disposable income. They're starting to do those things that men did only for themselves, right? So women are into tequila, bourbons, they're going into trips and things of that nature. So it's not unlikely that women would be coming to the forefront, because now there's more. I think there might be more women smoking than men now.
I believe so.
But go back to your story, and then I'm going to bring Audrey back into it again. So you've got the idea. Audrey says, pull the trigger. What happens after that?
I started to look for a mobile home.
Okay.
So that was the first phase in looking for an improved mobile home. And we decided to go with a mobile home, Class A mobile home, a full. So we got a 39-foot mobile home RV.
Yes.
And I didn't want to pull one. I didn't want one that we had to hook up and pull because I just felt that it would be more difficult to drive. So we went with the Class A once we found one that we liked. We didn't want to go too new, and we definitely didn't want to go too old, but we wanted something that had virtually low miles and that we can get this thing started. And this mobile home only had 60,000 miles when we first purchased it. So
wow.
It had the right amount of mileage on it for what we wanted to do. Yes. And we started looking at people to contract and come in and do some of the work for us.
Okay.
It took a while for us because although we know when I say we, I'm talking about just collectively the knowledge of cigars, we didn't know much about the construction and how to construct the mobile home or convert the mobile home into a lounge. Okay. But we had everything taken out: the kitchen, the bedrooms, the furniture. We took everything out, and we had one brother who we initially hired, and he couldn't cut the mustard. Okay. And his ideal and his vision of our cigar lounge was not our vision. We didn't want didn't want limousine style seating. We wanted seats. We wanted plush seats that people can sit down and relax and recline and enjoy their cigars. So we eventually ended up letting him go, and we found a guy who purchased the mobile home.
Okay.
And I gave him the vision that I had, told him exactly what it was that we wanted. And, you know, he told us, listen, it's going to take me about 8 weeks to do it.
Okay.
He had to correct some mistakes that was also done. And my girl Audrey, she was nervous. She's like, I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. I had a little bit of confidence in him. And to our surprise, he even did a better job than we actually thought.
Now, did you see some of his work, any of his work prior to?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's why Audrey was scared.
Got you.
But we were the first RV that he actually had done.
Got you.
Right.
Got you. Okay. Now I've got to ask this question. Did you guys put together a business plan when you guys moved into this venture?
So we put a business plan together, but neither one of us ran a business before. So
that's okay.
we still new business owners. We're trying to learn all the business lingo that we need to learn. And then stay on top of the laws and pay our share of our taxes and everything that needs to be paid, so that way we don't get in trouble.
Understood.
And we're still learning. So some mistakes are made, but you know, Audrey just, you know, what I love about her is she always stays focused and then trying to make sure that, listen, on the business side, let me just deal with X, Y, and Z, because, you know, I still work full time.
Got you.
And she does an excellent job in making sure that the business portion of what we got to do is done. And you know, I gotta appreciate her and thank her for, you know, all the hard work that she do when I'm working, you know, my full-time job, and she you know, she only works when she really want to work.
So Audrey, now you're working full-time also?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm working. I'm working per diem.
Oh, okay. Because it's
know that per diem means whenever you want to work.
Whenever you want, yeah. Because every time I turn around, man, there's a wonderful post about the mobile Leaf and the Leaf Mobile. I'm like, man, this is full-time work for this girl. That's all right.
This is a full-time job. Thank you, Kevin. Yes,
so
it
now,
definitely is a full-time.
So you bring
she
on.
Said remain relevant. She said remain relevant. She wants to. She in the marketing. She said she's in the marketing business. She's gonna make us marketable.
Absolutely, and she's doing a fantastic job. So
thank you.
You get the young man to complete the renovations. You love it. When is your first rollout? Well, let me back up. Who were your people that you wanted to target the mobile Leaf Mobile to?
Everybody.
Everybody.
We wanted young. Okay. We wanted old.
Okay.
We wanted people with money. We wanted people that was broke.
Okay.
And I think the way we did our pricing, it allowed us to do both.
Gotcha.
And we also wanted to be involved in the community for community events. So some things that we've done, if it was something in the community that we could do to help boost numbers and for people to come out and enjoy themselves, and the Leaf was a part of it, we would do it.
Okay.
But we were very selective on, you know, who we want to support in the community.
Understood.
And as long as it was a vision that we was okay with and we could support, we supported it.
Got you. So
but everybody, Kevin, when I tell you, everybody from every ethnic background, young, old, you know, we've gotten support from about every demographic area and people. And and it was no different. No one group did less than the other group.
Awesome.
Right.
Awesome. Well, that's
Yes.
but that holds true when you talk about cigar smoking. It's not about the color; it's about the enjoyment of what you pursue, what you're passionate about. So I'm so grateful that you continue to have great success. But Audrey, we want to spend the time with you now. All right.
Yes.
So you decide to become Lance's partner. Did you have any trepidations with becoming such, even though you didn't smoke cigars?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
What was your vision? Take us through that process. When you guys came together and you said that I'm ready to pull the trigger, why did you want to pull the trigger on the Mobile Cigar Lounge?
Basically because I was ready to retire and I needed something that was going to make money that I could do the minimum amount of work as possible.
Got you.
So this was when he introduced it to me. I was actually in Atlanta as well.
Well, okay.
I think he forgets that part, but
okay.
I was in Atlanta too, and I saw the mobile home and the cigar lounge, which was nice, and he stated that he wanted to do something like that. Now my wheels was already turning.
Okay.
Saying yes, I'm going to be a part of this some way somehow. So when he introduced it to me, it was no doubt about it that I was ready to go full for it. Because it sells itself.
Yes, it does.
It sells itself, and I'm so glad that I did, become a partner with him.
Awesome. Now, what research did you guys do prior to see if this was going to be relevant and successful in your area, coming back to New Jersey?
Right. Basically, the cigar part of it, you did.
Yeah.
And then the lounge,
Okay.
And having something new and something different.
Okay.
We knew immediately people would be at awe time they saw it.
Are you the only mobile cigar lounge in New Jersey?
It's one, EJ. It's another one.
Okay.
But his, again, is not like ours. He has to pull.
Got you.
To set up.
Okay. And so now you've got the cigar lounge up. How does one go about reserving or booking a space or booking the lounge to come to them? How do you do that?
Sure. It's a few ways. They can either DM us on social media.
Yes.
They can reach us at our emails, Dixon at theleafmobile.com or L Lopez at theleafmobile.com, or basically they can give us a call. Okay. Our number is all over everywhere. 609-203-7522 and 609-592-6030.
Okay. Now, are you finding out that more women are renting the Leaf than men?
Yes.
Wow.
More women are renting the Leaf for their mates.
Gotcha.
As a surprise to their mates. And we are meeting so many wonderful people on social media.
Okay.
From out of town to it's just phenomenal.
Okay.
But a lot of women are renting it out for their mates.
Okay.
Now we have had, men to rent it, but the majority is women. Mm-hmm.
Now, your rental time is in blocks of 3 or 4 hours?
We try to say 3 hours.
Okay.
Because normally if we say the 3 hours, then they'll book for 4 or 5 hours.
Okay.
As opposed to starting off at the 5 hours.
And are you allowed to bring your own cigars, or you provide them you have cigars for them to purchase?
Both.
Okay.
Both. Okay. Yes. Yeah. But 9 times out of 10, we find that they purchase more than they bring their own.
Okay. And then what about their own libations? You provide that, or they can bring that on to the mobile?
They can bring it on to the mobile.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And who does most of the driving, you or Lance?
Lance.
All the driving.
Lance, you do all. And so,
hey, we all have roles, Kevin.
Understood. Now, what are your hours of operation?
24/7. We do not close. If someone sends me an email or inboxes me at midnight, they get a response.
No. I'm saying that
midnight.
Could someone have the Leaf Mobile in front of their house at 3:00 in the morning?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, because there's no laws prohibiting that you
Right.
can't do. Wow, that's crazy. But that's all right. That's all right. Interesting.
Yes.
So Kev, let me just say this though,
Yeah.
right? We try to do it and have sensible, and we're thinking that people are going to rent it doing, and I'm gonna say for the most part, sensible hours. So
Okay.
sensible hours could be from the morning till 1:00.
Okay.
Once we start talking about 3 or 4 o'clock hour, yeah, we would probably nine times out of 10 we would probably do it, but we definitely don't want to do a 12 to 4 event for just 4 hours.
Yeah.
I don't think that's worth the time to come out and not get any sleep, especially when I got to go.
Got you. But you guys are available 7 days a week though.
Right.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I saw you guys on Facebook at the Giant football game, Giant Stadium in North Jersey.
Oh, yes, and East Rutherford.
Now, how did that work? Now, so do you pay for parking or you don't pay for parking because it's considered tailgating? How does that work?
Normally, the client pays if their price is included with the parking.
Okay, and so you meet them there or you pick them up and you take them there?
No, we meet them there.
Okay. Wow,
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful.
And so, and our lounge is not a livery, it's not a bus, so we can't drive people around. And the slide, we got 2 slide outs, one in the back, one in the front. So we can't drive.
Now say that again, Lance. So you could not pick someone up at their home and drive them to the game.
Correct.
Okay, but you can. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Lance.
Because we don't have a livery license, a limousine or bus license to drive them around, and it's not designated as a bus or a limousine. So the law prohibits us from driving people around.
Gotcha.
In addition to that, the slide outs will have to come out to provide more room so they can get the full effect of the lounge, and they won't be able to get the full effect with it both sides sliding in.
Got you. So, but they still can meet
so
you.
Just to correct you, Kev, Giants don't have a stadium anymore. I think that's Jet Stadium.
No. You better stop that. You make it. No, it's the Giant Stadium, Meadowlands.
No, it's MetLife Stadium.
Okay, MetLife, but it's the home of the Giants. The Jets.
Yes, it is.
The home of the Giants. The Jets lease it too, as well. They are smaller.
It's the home of the Jets, and the Giants play there.
Okay, I thought it was the home of the Giants, and the Jets lease or play there. But don't worry about it. Somebody's going to correct us, right? Either one of us.
Yeah, somebody.
Yeah. But let me ask this question though. So, what's the next step? What's your vision? Let's say 2 years, 3 years from now, with the Leaf Mobile. Is there a fleet of Leaf Mobiles around the country or throughout Northeast New Jersey or Northeast? What's going on?
We do want to expand. This one is our first one. This is like our baby.
Yes.
So she's always going to get the special attention.
Absolutely.
But we do have a vision to expand to how far, Doug?
So, I mean, me and Audrey already had conversations about whether we would, our next purchase, what will it be? Will it be a bus or another mobile home converted into a lounge? So, it hasn't. We're not that far yet, but yes. Do we want multiple ones? Yes.
Okay.
And we want to travel. We would like to travel as far north as, and we've gotten calls from as far north as Connecticut, and we've gotten them as far. Arizona called us one. Somebody from Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Arizona? Yeah, Georgia. I mean, yeah.
Now, would you go to Arizona or Georgia?
Ooh.
No, because once we start going past 30 miles, then we start tacking on mileage.
Gotcha.
So I don't think they want us to really come there.
Gotcha. Okay.
If they get that bill.
Gotcha. Well, you know what? It might be a baller. You know?
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. So,
but the pitch, and Kevin, the pictures doesn't do any justice for it once they see it in person. Once they see it in person, everybody's position is, listen, it looks better in person than it does on the social media.
Yeah, but I mean, your social media platform and the advertisement that you're doing is fantastic, though, right?
Yes, it really is. And I mean, I want to thank you, Kevin, for allowing us to.
No, listen, you are a part of the Cigar Networking Group. You're part of Trenton, so we've got to support each other as best we can. And so I knew if you would give a humble man such as myself and make time for a small man, I would love to have you guys on the show.
We appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys. But I want to ask this question because I want to really get down to some serious conversation right now. If there's a young person, if there's a person out there that's looking to start an entrepreneurial venture, what would you suggest to him or her?
Go for it.
Go for it.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Yeah. The thing is, I slept on it for a couple of years. And Audrey took a leap of faith, and it immediately jumped at it when we had that conversation, one-on-one conversation. And there were some other people that I expressed it to and said something, but nobody really jumped on and was like, "Hey, listen, I want to be a part of that."
Yes.
And I think with her energy that she gave me, it thrust me into a level where I was like, "All right, let's go."
Okay.
Let's go. Let's take this leap of faith and see what God has in store for us. And, God has truly blessed us, and we made a lot of new and good friends even since it started.
I can imagine. So,
and I just want to piggyback off what Lance said. Just one thing. Take that leap of faith, because, I mean, it is so worth it. And, I mean, nowadays, if you have that vision and that dream, make it happen.
Yes.
Make it happen. I mean, you're probably going to fail more times than you succeed, but just that 1 ounce of success is worth it. It's worth it.
You only need to succeed one time.
Right. That's it. Right? I was listening to something Steve Harvey said today. Yes, but take that leap of faith.
Okay.
Get your own. Work for yourself. Yes.
Now, for a young lady, what would you say to young ladies wanting to enter into what was once a male-dominant industry? What would you say to her?
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
We can do anything we put our minds to.
Okay.
In most better.
Say that again, Lance.
In most cases, better.
Absolutely. Because they've. I mean, it's a different thought process that they go about when they're looking to do business. So I find that interesting. Okay. Anything that you want to share with your listening audience regarding the Leaf Mobile? Any secrets that we need to know?
Experience a different type of vibe.
Okay.
Give us a call. Okay. Take a tour. See it for yourself.
Okay.
You'll really enjoy it. You'll love it. You'll love the atmosphere.
Yes.
We always post where we are. So when we're out,
yes,
you can check us out. You come on to Leaf Mobile. Just check us out. See for yourself. We don't pop up to a location and then tell individuals you got to pay to get on the Leaf. If we're there and we're there to support another cigar lounge or what have you, we're there to support. We're not there to take from them. We're there actually to support.
Now, let me ask this question. How many persons can come on to the Leaf Mobile at one time?
18 comfortably.
18. Wow. And so with the 18, the Leaf Mobile has proper exhaust system to get that smoke out?
Yes.
Okay. Now,
and that's what people are amazed at.
Okay.
Because everybody's thinking that it's going to be smoky once they get in there.
Yes.
And just amazed at the level of clean air that's just circulating through
Okay.
through the RV.
Now, my next question is, where do you purchase your cigars from that you sell, or is that top secret? I mean, how do you do that when a customer says, "Can we purchase cigars?" Where do you purchase your cigars from? Are you considered a cigar vendor, and did you have to get a tobacco license as well?
Yes, so we are a cigar vendor.
Okay.
And we have a wholesaler that is in Bristol,
Gotcha.
PA.
Gotcha.
And we got our connects thanks to our friends at the Cigar Barn.
Gotcha. Brother Marvin,
So
let's give
Marvin.
Marvin Vaughn, let's give him a shout out over at the Cigar Barn.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, that's my man.
With the owner, and they are a wholesaler, and we purchase our cigars from them. And to any cigar wholesalers that's out there that may be listening, we're open to different cigars and made cigars that, if it fits the criteria of what our customers want, then we would purchase from them as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
speaking of that, how did you go about selecting the cigars that you have in the Leaf Mobile currently? How did you do that?
We kind of got a little lesson from Marv again.
Okay.
Marv schooled us on, the wraps, what his experience is at Cigar Barn with the females that come in and smoke cigars, with the guys come in and smoke cigars, with the new cigars smokers smoke, and with the seasoned cigar smokers smoke. So we kind of base that off of that, and then give and take. When something's selling more than the other, then we just go back and get more of.
Gotcha.
So that inventory.
Lance, what's your personal favorite when you're on the Leaf? What's your personal cigar favorite?
My personal favorite is the Liga T52.
Okay.
The Liga number 9.
Okay. And then Audrey?
We're working on that.
Okay. let me tell you something. The cigar smoking, it is so peaceful, so enjoyable. And I guess Lance would attest to this. I have met so many wonderful friends, and we've done so many wonderful business deals over the fact that they enjoy cigars. There's something about a cigar smoker that is unlike any other business person that you want to do business with. Man, I don't know what it is, but it's just I guess a camaraderie of relaxation or atmosphere of relaxation that you really enjoy. But I want to wish you guys nothing but success, and anything that I can do to continuously help you guys or to promote you guys, I'll be glad to do so. So before we end this conversation, is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out to, or anything else you would like to share with us about the cigar venture and the Leaf Mobile?
Yes, I would definitely like to give a shout out to all our wonderful clients and everyone that has rented out the Leaf Mobile, anyone that has inquired about the Leaf Mobile, and all our social media followers, and anyone that just pushed us forward to continue to do this. Yes, and other basic shout outs like my mom and my sister, both my sisters, and my family, my kids.
Yeah. Now let's talk about your mother and your sister. When you said that you were going to partner up with Lance and have a Leaf Mobile, but you don't smoke cigars, what did they say?
Oh my goodness! I could have said we will open a jelly factory. They love Lance. So he's been in the family for a minute. So
Gotcha.
yeah, so it was just like, yes, let's do it. I'm like, whoa, not us, me.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they love them, so it was wonderful.
Good. Lance, you want to give out a shout out to anyone, brother?
It ain't no shout out. Listen, everybody that's listening, your listening audience, I just want to tell them I appreciate them for listening. I was thanking everyone who's rented the Leaf and on the Leaf, and who always pray for us and make sure that God is looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know, we the thing about me and Audrey is we're those people who's not a selfish person.
Yes.
And if anybody need help, if anybody needs some advice, if anybody wants to do their own venture, you know, we will share whatever knowledge that we can share with them for them to be successful. You know, only thing we ask is just don't cross us. You know what I mean? Don't you know, don't do us dirty, because what we want to do is we want to help you.
Yes.
And we both believe what God has for us, ain't nobody else taking from us.
Right. Exactly.
We'll help you, and just act, and we'll get through this, and we'll make it happen for you, as well as keeping it moving for us.
I was going to end the podcast, but I can't, because you guys said something so interesting. Now, it seems like every time I interview people of color, they always talk about God. They always talk about their faithfulness and their faith. How important was your faith when you did this venture?
Very.
Okay.
Very important. Yes. We are praying people.
Okay.
Yes. And we just believe once we put it out there to our higher power, to the universe, it was definitely going to succeed, in which it is.
Why do you think that prayer and being faithful to this vision was necessary?
You want that one?
I think because a lot of what we do, we said we was going to do.
Okay.
So there were things that I would say to God and say, God, if you bless me this way, I promise I'll do this way. Or we promise we'll get back to the community. We promise we'll do this. And we stayed true to that.
Okay.
So when I talk to God, and it's about keeping, you know, your word, and you know, I remember when I was a younger guy, I used to say, God, if you let me hit that power bar, that ticket, whatever, I promise you, I'll build 100 new houses.
Yes.
Now, that's not to say that I wouldn't. I still would.
Yes.
But you know, God could be looking at us now and seeing what we're doing now to figure out what other blessings that we got going on, based on our ability to keep our word and stand on His word.
Yes.
That you ask and you shall receive. So, you know, we kept our word to God. We don't mind, and we kept our word to our community, that we don't mind giving back.
Right.
And that is so important for you guys to give back. So that was one of your I guess your creeds. If as we continue to be successful, we must give back. Pay it forward.
Right.
Okay. Wow. Right. Interesting. And why is that so important in the Black community, or in the community in general? Why is that so important to give back?
It is. I'm sorry, but it's important to me because it let us know that we're not getting too high and mighty. Okay. We still recognize where we come from, and you know, the people that's building us up are our community. Okay. You know, that listen to us and believed in our vision. So we basically giving back to them.
Awesome. Thank you. Listen, that was it. That was fantastic. I enjoyed this interview, and I said to myself, I got to really get you guys on the show because I want to hear this story. So Lance, thank you for your vision. Audrey, thank you, Lance. Audrey, thank you for staying on top of Lance to move this vision with the quickness, because it seemed like Lance said wanted to sit on this idea for 4 years. Like, what are you doing?
Right. And Kevin, I don't know why he keeps thinking he's getting younger.
Yeah.
We're getting older. We got to make this happen.
Yeah, Lance, we got to move faster, brother. I want to see Leaf 2 by June. All right.
That's right. We're putting it out there to the universe now.
And Kev, listen, just so you know, right? So again, like I said, we're about giving back too, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
Whenever, you know, let us know.
Okay.
Let us know, and you want to host your podcast from the Leaf, you can certainly post.
Awesome. What?
Awesome.
Oh man,
Awesome.
yo, that would listen. That would be fantastic because you know my equipment is portable.
Right.
So man, Whoa, hey, say no more. Well,
all right.
I'm thinking Florida and the Leaf Mobile.
That's right.
That's too much, Lance. Florida with the Leaf Mobile podcasting out from Florida with the Leaf Mobile.
So you see what I mean about give back, right?
Yes, sir. I'm
giving back.
Yeah, that's too much giving back to be in the Leaf Mobile with the podcast in Florida, right? You want to give back that much, Lance?
I'm trying to drive down here.
Yeah, right. Let's start off. You know what I'm thinking about, man? Yeah, I'm thinking like when they start to do the smokehouse starts to do their first Fridays again. That might be good just to interview folks. The Leaf Mobile there. I've got my podcast equipment there, and then we can just interview people just coming off the street smoking a cigar. I think that'd be nice, man.
That would be awesome.
Right. I'm going to hold you to that, Lance and Audrey. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Listen, you guys are a blessing. Continue to be a blessing. Nothing but success. Right?
Appreciate you, Kevin.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
All right.
Thank you so much. You guys have a blessed day.
You too.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
That concludes another episode of the Entrepreneurial Enclave with Kevin Wortham, the podcast that focuses on building, maintaining, pivoting, planning, and investing in you, the entrepreneur. We hope you found this episode informative and enlightening. If you have any questions or comments about any of our episodes, please call 609-731-9311 or email kevin@minding-our-business.com. We look forward to joining us for our next one. Until next time.